The story begins with Noah, a beautiful but rebellious girl whose life is about to change dramatically. Her parents are divorced, and her mom, Rafaela, is marrying a very wealthy businessman named William. Noah and her mother are moving into William's luxurious home. Noah is extremely unhappy about this new life. She resents the idea of becoming a rich girl and misses her old boyfriend, Dan. Rafaela tries to console her, explaining that they cannot constantly try to improve their lives alone and need good support to move forward. When they arrive at the huge, gorgeous mansion, William gives them a warm welcome. However, Noah is immediately standoffish with him. Rafaela shows her around the luxurious house, which Noah struggles to accept. She finally warms up when her mom shows her bedroom, decorated exactly to Noah's taste, with her favorite colors and things, a detail William took care of. At this point, her mom mentions Nick, William's son and Noah's new stepbrother. Noah steps out onto the balcony and catches a glimpse of a boy behind the trees, but she can't make out his face clearly. Her best friend Betty calls. While talking to Betty, Noah walks into the kitchen and is startled when she unexpectedly sees Nick. Her phone drops. As she bends to pick it up, Nick's dog approaches. Frightened, she hides behind Nick and grabs a pen. She threatens Nick, "If you don't shut this dog up, I'll bash its head in with this pen." Nick warns her not to, or his dog will attack. Their parents walk in just then. Noah quickly composes herself, saying everything is fine, but that she liked Nick's dog more. She returns to her room, realizing Betty was still on the line, listening. Betty asks about her sweet stepbrother, but Noah dismisses him, saying she didn't look closely. That evening, they are all going out for dinner. Noah comes down in a beautiful dress, which everyone compliments. On the way, Noah is missing her old boyfriend. Suddenly, Nick speeds past them in his car, overtaking them carelessly. At the dinner table, Noah starts subtly insulting Nick during their conversation, but Nick takes it lightly. Later, Nick tells his parents he has an important commitment and must leave. As he walks past Noah, he taunts her, "Where do you think you'll escape to, sister?" Nick's dad then tells him to drop Noah home and to drive carefully. Nick immediately starts driving at breakneck speed. Inside the car, they begin a fierce argument. In the heat of the moment, Noah says something offensive about Nick's late mother. Enraged, Nick abruptly stops the car, forces Noah out, and leaves her stranded on the street. After some time, Noah manages to flag down a car driven by Mario. He gives her a ride. During the conversation, Noah finds out Mario is Nick's friend, and Mario realizes Noah is Nick's stepsister. Mario mentions he's going to a party at a villa, and Nick is there too. Hearing this, Noah insists that Mario take her to the party. Upon arriving at the party, Noah sees Nick being kissed by one girl after another. She realizes this was his important commitment. She storms over to him and lands a hard punch. She yells at him, "How dare you leave me on a deserted street and come here to sleep around? Anything could have happened to me. Your dad thinks you're Mr. Perfect. How would he feel if he knew about your debauchery?" Nick angrily threatens her, telling her not to tell anyone and that his life is none of her business. When Noah questions why he was flirting with the girls, Nick confidently replies that girls are naturally drawn to him. As he says this, he moves very close to Noah, who pushes him away. Nick returns to his fun. Meanwhile, a girl approaches Noah, introducing herself as Nick's childhood friend. They quickly bond. A short distance away, Nick deliberately kisses a girl in an exaggerated style to provoke Noah. Then, a gangster named Ronnie starts talking to Noah and offers her a drink. After one sip, Noah feels very strange. Nick immediately intervenes, pushing Ronnie to the ground. But, to spite Nick, Noah takes another sip of the drink. Nick spills it, telling her that these guys drug girls' drinks. Right then, Noah starts to feel dizzy. Nick decides to take her home. In the car, under the influence, Noah starts saying naughty things about Nick. He tells her to be quiet, but she doesn't stop. They finally reach the house. Nick carries Noah to her room and puts her to bed. He has naughty thoughts, but manages to control himself. While sleeping under the influence, Noah has a disturbing dream. She sees herself as a little girl. Her mom is waking her up and hiding her because her real father, who used to torture them, is screaming for the door to be opened. The next morning, Nick is having breakfast. Noah joins him and asks what happened between them last night. To tease her, Nick says, "A lot happened between us last night." Noah is upset by this. To relax, Noah goes to the beach and meets Yana. After a while, Nick arrives with his friends to surf. As he changes clothes, Noah is watching him, and for a moment she also has naughty thoughts. She then finds out that Nick is going to a race that night. That night, we see Nick surrounded by his friends and many others. Today, Nick is set to race against Ronnie's group. Both get ready, and the race begins. It is a spectacular car race, and in the end, Nick wins just as he does every year. Everyone is celebrating Nick's victory. Suddenly, Noah receives a message showing her boyfriend, Dan, kissing her friend. She is furious. To spite Dan, she grabs a random guy at the party, kisses him, and starts taking photos. Nick arrives, chases the guy away, takes Noah's phone, and understands why she is doing this. Noah confirms she needs the photo to taunt her boyfriend. Nick sees an opportunity. He asks her, "If I kiss you and let you take a picture, will you go home from here?" Noah agrees, then Nick kisses her very impressively, and Noah takes the picture. He puts Noah in his car and tells her he will ask his friend to drop her home. Nick then goes back to flirting with another girl. Noah sits in the car, sends the photo to Dan to irritate him, and then sits in the driver's seat and starts the engine just for fun. Suddenly, Ronnie pulls up in a car on the racing line and tells her that Nick is supposed to have a second race with him. He asks why she is on the line. Noah challenges him, saying she can race. The race begins. Noah versus Ronnie. They have an intense race. Nick quickly notices that Noah has taken his place in the race and is very distressed. Ultimately, Noah wins the race. Everyone is happy, but since Ronnie lost, he starts arguing with Nick. Ronnie claims Nick broke the rules by sending a girl to compete and demands that Nick pay him the prize money and give up his car. Noah starts arguing with Ronnie, but Nick tries to pull her away. Then, Ronnie insults Noah by calling her a derogatory name. Hearing this, Nick completely loses it and starts beating up Ronnie. A brawl breaks out between the two groups. Frightened, Noah ducks down. Nick's friend takes her and puts her in Nick's car. Nick soon joins them and they quickly flee the scene. 4 days later, in the morning, Noah's mom wakes her and tells her that William is having a success party and she needs to attend. She mentions that Nick has been missing for 4 days but knows about the party and should be there on time. We see Nick visiting his little sister Maggie, who has cancer. We learn Maggie is the daughter of William's first wife, Nick's mom, who is divorced from William. Nick spends quality time with Maggie, talking to her. Meanwhile, Noah, her mom, and William return after the party, but Nick never showed up. Noah is alone at home watching TV when Nick finally arrives. He sits next to her. As they talk, they start kissing, and things become intense. Nick stops, saying this is wrong, we shouldn't be doing this. Just then, Noah's mom walks in and asks Nick to talk to his dad about missing the party. He leaves. The next day, Noah is washing her car. She notices Nick watching her. To tease him, she starts drenching herself with water, and Nick laughs. Just then, Noah's mom brings her boyfriend Dan to meet her. Since seeing the kissing photos, Noah detests Dan and is cold to him. When Dan tries to kiss her, Noah turns her face away. Noah's mom takes Dan inside. Nick is in the swimming pool. Noah goes to the pool to talk to Nick. Nick suddenly pulls her into the pool. Day by day, a relationship was developing between them. Whenever they were near each other, they lost control of themselves. They move to the side of the pool and start kissing. Dan is watching them from a distance, shocked, but Nick's friends make excuses to hold him back. Noah's mom calls for Nick and he leaves. Dan approaches Noah and asks, "That was the guy you sent the picture with, right?" Noah doesn't answer him. Later, Nick is driving when he runs into Ronnie, who once again starts making lewd comments about Noah to provoke him. Nick gets angry. The scene shifts and we see Nick at home with bruises on his face, confirming a fight with Ronnie. Nick is standing by the pool and sees Noah sleeping outside. He approaches her and notices a mark on her stomach. He covers her stomach gently. Noah suddenly wakes up and punches him hard, causing his nose to bleed. Noah immediately apologizes, saying she thought Dan was bothering her and reacted rashly. At this point, they begin to get close again, but then Dan arrives and sees them. Noah tells Dan, "Please don't tell anyone about this, and please leave here tomorrow." The next morning, Noah's mom gives her a letter from Dan saying he has gone back home. Noah and Nick, with their friends, go to a fight club where Nick is scheduled to fight. After their friends go inside, the two of them start kissing there. It was becoming incredibly difficult for them to control themselves, and every time they were together, they felt an addiction pushing them forward. Suddenly, two more of their friends arrive in another car and see Nick and Noah. Nick's friend tries to reason with him. "She's your stepsister. You shouldn't be doing this." They all go inside, and it is time for Nick's fight. Noah asks him not to fight, as she dislikes violence, but Nick ignores him and goes to fight. Nick starts winning.
Noah, unable to watch the violence, leaves the club. Nick's friend follows her out and, while talking, kisses Noah. Nick wins the fight and gets the prize money. When he comes out and sees this, he is furious. He shoves his friend and yells at him to leave, telling Noah, "Don't let anyone get close to you again." But Noah is angry at Nick for fighting and tells him coldly, "Nothing will happen between us now. Don't talk to me again." They stop talking for many days, but miss each other terribly. One day, Nick's dad informs him that Noah's biological father, Jonas, has been released from jail. He explains that Jonas used to severely torture Noah and Rafaela, and the scars on Noah's body are from his beatings. Nick is surprised, as he thought Noah's father was dead. William explains Jonas was in jail for years because of Noah's testimony, but he got out 2 weeks ago and might try to kill Noah and her mother. He instructs Nick to look after Noah at all times. Noah is at a party and drinks too much. Nick is desperately looking for her, calling everyone. Inside the club, one of Nick's friends playfully locks Noah in a closet. Noah is instantly terrified, as her crazy father used to lock her in a closet when she was little. Nick arrives, gets her out of the closet, and takes her home. Noah is very frightened by the incident and asks Nick to stay with her. Despite how difficult it is for him, Nick agrees to stay the night in Noah's room. The next morning, as Nick is about to leave, his dad walks in and sees them together. Both are startled. William had actually come to tell Nick that his sister Maggie was in the hospital, but seeing Nick and Noah, he leaves in anger. Nick takes Noah to visit Maggie at the hospital and talks with her. On the drive back, Nick pulls the car over and turns it off, saying, "We'll be home in a little while." Both are very tense because of William seeing them. Noah says, "Your dad won't let us be together anymore. This might be our last night." Hearing this, Nick kisses her, and they finally lose all control over themselves. They drive to the beach, where they make their moment beautiful and memorable by being extremely intimate with each other, staying together until morning. In the morning, Nick suggests to Noah, "Let's run away somewhere far from here." Noah disagrees, saying, "My mom has finally found a good life after so many years, I can't hurt her." They start heading home. On the way, Nick stops to pick something up from a shop. While he's gone, Ronnie arrives, knocks Noah unconscious, and kidnaps her. Nick comes out of the shop and sees Noah is missing. He is panicked and knows her life is in danger. He tells his parents, who contact the police. When the police check the CCTV footage, Nick recognizes the kidnapper as Ronnie. We see Noah is being held by none other than her father, Jonas, who used Ronnie to kidnap her. Jonas calls Noah's mom, demanding €1 million cash in exchange for Noah's release to be delivered at a specific location at 4 p.m. the next day. Nick's father agrees to pay the ransom. Noah's mom and William go to the spot with the money, waiting for Jonas. Police officers were hidden nearby in plain clothes. However, Jonas had already placed a hidden camera to monitor them and listen to their conversations. Nick is in a car with the lady police officer. She asks him, "Did you really lose that race to Ronnie?" Nick explains, "I didn't lose. He cheated. Whenever I see him driving my car, I get angry, as I'm still paying the insurance for it." Suddenly, Nick remembers that a tracker is always installed in a car until the insurance runs out. The police immediately track the car, finding Noah's location. Jonas also realizes he's been tracked and tries to flee with Noah. Nick sees that Noah is driving the car because Jonas is holding a gun to her head. Nick starts chasing the car. Noah eventually pulls the car over. Jonas puts the gun to her head again and orders her to keep driving. Nick and Noah are now facing each other head-on. Both cars speed towards each other. At just the moment they are about to collide, both slam on the handbrake and duck down. At that exact moment, the female police officer with Nick shoots Jonas, killing him. Afterwards, Noah's mom runs to her daughter, overwhelmed with happiness to have her back. In the end, Nick sneaks into Noah's room and hugs her. They are both incredibly happy. Now, whenever they are together, they don't even try to control themselves anymore and are completely happy to have found each other. Meanwhile, we see Noah and Nick's parents talking about how they must find a way to end Nick and Noah's relationship. And with that, the story ends.